Well, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Dusty, and this is the Scorpio Priestess. If you like my vibe, I would appreciate your likes and subscribes. Anybody who has, thank you. If you would like a personal reading, you can do that by visiting Scorpiopriestess.com. It is in the description of this video, as well as the link in the bio. I have many different options. If you would like to enter to win $175 drawn on the 30th, but announced on the 1st, you can do that by liking, subscribing, and entering blessing. But Scorpio, if you're doing well for yourself, let's pass this forward to someone who could use the extra cash. But anybody is welcome to enter to win a free half-hour FaceTime reading by liking, subscribing, and entering reading. I hope you're all doing well, vibing high, and living your best Wednesday life. This is the Daily Tarot. This is a timeless message, Scorpio. It is whenever you are receiving this message. The Bardo, the space between here, the veil is thin right now. Forgiveness, but it's also the dark side of the Bardo is, disillusion. Fighting, arguing, not listening to your intuition, not listening to the heeding the call. There's somebody on the other side that is communicating with you, even if you haven't lost anybody special to you. You have an ancestor or a guide or an angel that has been trying to deliver messages to you. Are you listening? What am I looking for outside myself that's already within me? Some of you are searching for validation outside yourself. Somebody could have denied you or chose someone else, and it's just knocked you out your square. But what you need to understand, Scorp, is nobody here on planet Earth besides you, darling, is ever guaranteed to stay. If you don't start getting 100 with yourself, you are always going to be searching for that one last bit of happiness that you need to find within you. Are you looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, love, or something else? When we search outside ourselves, we can become overwhelmed, frustrated, and never feel quite good enough. It's time to go inward and find everything you seek. All the answers you need lie within you, sweetheart. Spirit is trying to give you messages. The veil is very thin right now. You're being called to forgive. You're being called to fill your own cup. Validate yourself. Today's soul action, breathe in your favorite essential oil. Deep breathing into your belly. Drop your shoulders and spend some time hanging out with your soul today. Ask for what you need and be ready to receive answers. If you feel like you need guidance, if you feel like you're so confused on how to move forward or what you should do with a lover or a job or just in life, some of you are really struggling, but you already know the answers. You already know because you are communicating with your guides, your angels, and your ancestors, even if you don't realize that. Working, fixing on things, the hammer, the overall energy today. A lot of you are trying to fix some things in your life. You're working on your life. You're creating something. You're building something. Some of you are actually building and creating with your hands, very creative souls. Others, it's just your life in general. You're trying to pick up the pieces. Something is already in the works. You may feel like you're being punished. You could feel like you are being punished in some way, like you're going through some bad karma perhaps, or that someone's punishing you, giving you the silent treatment is another message. My goodness. Number 15, Cosmic Rainbow. Look for the pot of gold, Scorpio, and accept joy into your life. You may see a rainbow today, or something about a rainbow. There could be something rainbow colored that you're looking at right now. Number 15, number 43, and number 13. Some of you you just turned 43 or 44. You are stepping out of an energy that was very, very toxic. You were in a very low vibration. You were feeling like you wanted to give up, but there is creative solutions here. Think outside the box, view things from a higher perspective, look from a higher perspective. to see the divine in everyone, enlightenment and creative solutions. A lot of you need to see that there is a lot of creative solutions for your issue, for your problem. You may just need to do some research in some areas, Scorpio, of your life. You may need to research about a new job, a new project, something that you want to do here, something you want to bring into creation. Some of you need to do more research on, let's say, non-attachment, where you validate yourself because of who you are at a soul level. I've been practicing non-attachment now for 2.5 years, and I gotta say it's changed my life, but it probably took me almost a year to actually accomplish it. Your comments are beautiful, and thank you so much. But the mean comments, the good comments, I don't validate myself off that. I validate myself off who I am on a soul level. I don't validate myself on whether or not someone wants me or how much money I have in my bank. I can truly tell you at this point in life, I validate myself off who I am on a soul level, on what I know to be true about me. I've hurt people by my own selfish actions through the years, yes, but I am a very good person, and that's how I validate myself. A lot of you need to start maybe practicing that more, where you're not validating yourself off what you do for your profession or if somebody chose you or not. You know who you are at a soul level. Receiving this card draws your attention to the eagle. It prompts you to soar high like an eagle and see everything from a higher perspective and be ready to take action in the moment. It also reminds you to be the master and take full responsibility for your life and everything you attract into it. The unicorn guidance is to rise above any challenges or difficult situations. So rise high, move beyond the mental and emotional into the spiritual. Respond to everything according to spiritual laws of the universe. The card of enlightenment also calls you to use discernment and discrimination in all things. Enlightenment is a function of the third eye chakra, which holds 96 lessons in a spiritual chamber. Unicorns are fully enlightened beings, and pure light radiates from their third eye. They use this light to awaken you. Call upon your unicorn to touch your third eye with its horn and enlighten and illuminate. Well, some of you may believe in unicorns, but ultimately Spirit is asking you to open up your third eye. Tap on your between your eyes here. Envision an eye blinking. What does your eye look like? My eye is pretty. It has eyeshadow on. It has lashes. That's how I visualize my third eye. How do you visualize yours? Get really good at visualizing your third eye, Scorpio, and open your third eye up. Simply do that visualization and repeat to yourself, my third eye is open. I can see and hear clearly now through my third eye. There is so much. Do you see what I'm trying to say? There's something here. There's an answer that you're being given. There's messages. The veil between this life and the 5D and others is very thin for you right now, Scorp. The divine is asking you to listen with your third eye and really pay attention to all of the signs, the synchronicities, and the intuitive hits you're getting. Try to rise above. When you stand in your higher self and you start looking at everybody as just spiritual beings here, learning hard lessons and making mistakes and going through their own healing journey, you can really start to look at life in a much better, different way. Your prayers are being answered. Number 42, look at this, 42, 43, 44. You're stepping, sweetheart. You're almost there. Let's say you have to go to 50. Well, you're halfway. You're almost there, Scorpio. Your prayers are being received by the divine, and answers will soon come, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. Again, with answers. Some of you have been asking for guidance, asking for clarity, but are you listening? Are you seeing? Are you wanting to listen? Sometimes we don't want to hear what those answers are. And sometimes our prayers are answered, but in a much different form than we could have ever imagined it with our human brain, good and bad. This is a blessing in disguise. Number 33. Be patient and have faith that your angels have the situation under control. What will come is far better than you ever dared to dream. I didn't even need to see that. That's what I mean. Some of you here, there's something that's a blessing in disguise. You feel like it's horrible right now that a lying cheater left you for a third party. You feel like it's terrible that you lost that shit job that you didn't even like anyway. But the truth is, Scorpio, you are receiving some answered prayers here, love. There's something that's a blessing in disguise in your life, and you are going to find in the end why it all happened the way it did. Why that person was guided away from you. There's healing that needs to happen, that you are meant for something big. It's time for you to work on your life and work on putting those new ideas and projects into creation. Tricky situation. A sly approach is necessary in order to safely navigate the tricky situation. Some of you here are dealing with a very tricky situation. Somebody that can be dangerous, physically dangerous to your mental health, spiritually. There's something that I feel from that energy. I don't know if some of you are dealing with physical abuse, but Scorpio, please see yourself out of it. If you are dealing with somebody who is dangerous and harms you, or you both have put hands on one another, once that boundary's crossed, it's so hard to go back. So most likely it will get worse. Temple of Soul, you are on your karmic path, so you can unravel the mystery of your karmic debt. Dreamcatcher, pay attention to the signs, messages, and guidance that come to you now at night. I'm telling you, y'all, I'm telling you. Listen to your old girl here. I am receiving messages. You are receiving messages. My guides are telling me that there's some message, some sign, something you have been, your prayers are being answered. Whatever you have asked for clarity on, it's coming in, but you may not be seeing it. Your vibration may be so low that you're not aligning with it either. A lot of you here are on your karmic path. This is leading you to a very beautiful place. All of these life lessons are just to make you the beautiful human you're turning into. Stop taking life so seriously and splash some joy in your everyday life. The divine is saying, Scorpio, you're taking things too seriously right now. Go out and have a little fun. Go do something today to make yourself feel good. Go run, go jump, go skip. Listen to a song that makes you feel like a boss, that makes you feel good and pumped up about your life. Raise your vibration so you can listen and hear the messages that the divine is trying to give you. Tell me, what messages do we have for Scorpio, please? Celebration, parties, events, a happy outcome here, socializing, going out more, very good news coming in, rebuilding. You're just in transition, honey. You're just being stretched here. Part of you is in the past. The other half is in the future. Part of you is still wanting to work on something with someone. Another part of you is finally realizing that it may be time to move on. You are just in transition. You're rebuilding your life right now. Maybe you are halfway there to paying off some bills, or halfway there to graduating. You're doing something. You're going in steps. You're just baby stepping your way, and that is okay. Slow and steady wins the race, Scorp. Events taking place in the future, an inner knowing, occult knowledge, stepping into your spiritual power. Messages, texts, phone calls. Someone has something to say. Be open to listen. There's something coming in the future. Somebody giving you some good news about a job, some good news about something you've been waiting to hear. It may be a lawsuit that you won. It could be good news about your health. It could be from a lover you've been waiting to hear from. What is this? Ten of Wands energy. Page of Wands in reverse. Oh, wait. Do I have my deck upside down? No. Some of you here, Eight of Wands, Four of Wands in reverse, and the Eight of Swords self-doubt. Somebody wants to communicate something to you. Most likely somebody you're in separation with. This person wants to tell you something, but it's going to cause some confusion. Some of you here, it's news that you've been wanting to hear, but for one reason or another, it's not just that simple. There's something around it that may be quite confusing to you, Scorpio. Some of you may, let's say, you get called about a job, but you have to move and you have to start it in 30 days. Or like there's something behind this good news that's going to be tricky, and you're going to have to work your way towards it. Or you're going to have to move fast. You're going to have to maybe even move fast. Some of you may have found a new a house, apartment, something of the sort. And if you want it, you need to get it right now. You have to move fast. And you're going to have to try to figure out how to pay the rent or pay the mortgage for more than one home until you do. There's something like this happening. You're in transition here, but good news nevertheless coming in. It's just going to make your things move very fast, which is going to start causing, it can cause some upheaval in your life. Or there's a lover calling you, telling you something you've wanted to hear, but for one reason or another, you now feel overwhelmed and filled with self-doubt. Some of you could have listened to this person. They could have asked you to be open to listen to them already. Moving on here to money. Spirit, tell me, what is the overall money message we have for our babes today? What is the overall energy in money and career? Maturing. Wisdom here. It's been a long process. Capricorn season, there's going to be a win. It's been slow. There's been delays, but that's okay. You are still moving in the right direction. You're maturing. You're wiser today in the lilies. It's been a long process. You deserve every bit of the success that's coming to you, Scorpio. Maybe you've been in school for a long time. Maybe you had to go to night classes because you have a family to support. There's something that's been a longer process than maybe for some others, but you are moving into a very big win here in Capricorn season in your career and finance. Some of you, you've been unemployed for a long time, but there was a reason behind that. It was because you were healing. The divine wanted to sit you down so you could heal. Something's been a blessing in disguise in your life, Scorpio. And some of you know what it is, and others, you may realize later on what was the blessing in disguise. But again, the caution card, we always get caution. Luna showed no caution, but more going out than coming in. What's going on inside is triggering bad money habits. A lot of you, your vibration is so low that you feel like you're being punished because it's just one bill after the next, or things aren't going the greatest in your money. Your money may be moving slow. And if that is happening, if you experience some kind of breakup or somebody comes in your life and then you start not going to work and fucking off and doing this and doing that, no, the fact that they're not around anymore and your money's getting better, you can't look at that as a coincidence. It's about vibration. If this person is toxic and is in bad behavior, dealing with things and doing things they shouldn't, even if everything's fine between the two of you, you're taking in their energy, Scorpio. You are exchanging energy with this person. They don't meet you up here, darling. You meet them down here. Very unusual for someone to actually raise their vibration and meet you. You will start taking in their toxicity and their bad behaviors. Your work will be passed down to future generations. Harvest the gifts from your ancestors. These gifts are also yours. I claim, Spirit. You are detached and disconnected from your ancestors. Open the door. Knock, knock. Knock, knock, Scorpio. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Somebody is trying to give you a message. Your guides, your ancestors, your angels are communicating with you, but you're disconnected from them. And you're being guided to really work on connecting to your higher self and to the other side, Scorp. Do a third eye meditation. Get on YouTube. You can Google it. You'll find tons. Listen to some healing frequency and just visualize a bluish purple orb if you don't want to do the eye, and all the dark negative energy leaving your third eye space. Really start working on opening up your intuition as well as your crown. When I do a crown chakra meditation, I envision, I know this is weird, but the top of my head being open, like not my brains and stuff, but a purple, beautiful energy, just all on the top of my head, with a beam of white light shooting down inside my crown, in my crown chakra. I will visualize white, beautiful light being sent in as the dark black energy is rising up like tire smoke. That's how I do a crown chakra meditation. Remember, you're always communicating with your guides through your throat, your third eye, and your crown. A lot of you have to work on your 3 upper chakras. Energy healing has been life-changing for me. You may really want to try it. Animals, unleash and build the wealth with spirit animals. Veterinarian, groomer, trainer, or any career working with animals, reawaken your wild and free spirit that has been asleep for far too long. A lot of you need to reawaken that curiosity inside of you, that wild part of you that wants to explore. You may be compliant in a job. You may be really bored but afraid to step out. Maybe there's something you want to start but you're afraid. If you connect to your ancestors and your higher self, Scorpio, it will give you more courage. You will feel more able to accomplish things that are maybe outside the box. Read books on finance, expand your knowledge, going to school to expand your skill set, or working hard, working for a school district. Work with a mentor to learn a skill to help you achieve your goals. Like I said, some of you, it's been a long process, but you've went back to school part-time. You're almost ready to graduate. It's going to work out very well. For others, you may be working with a mentor or trying to find a mentor because there's some new trade or skill that you are interested in learning. And you're going to. It's just going to take some time. Knight of Swords here. You're very determined and intellectual, but Scorpio, you've got to get out of this 5 of Cups, sweetheart. 2 of Swords in reverse. A lot of you, you're so confused. 2 of Swords in reverse and the Hangman, but the Hangman is in reverse, and I really like that, Scorp. You're finally coming out of this pause, this confused stalemate place. You've got to let go of the regret. If you made mistakes at work, if you've made mistakes with your money, in love, then you did. You got to let it go now. 2 of Wands here in reverse, Scorpio. You haven't been moving forward. You've been just standing still. And if you've been healing from a breakup or healing from a tragedy, then that is 100% acceptable and where you should be. But if it's been a long enough time now, Spirit is just asking you to take one step into the future, or take one step to your goal, Scorp. Moving on here to love. Tell me what the overall energy in love is, please. The heart, passion here, joy, a crush, affection, pleasure. Something could have happened in the spring, in the summer. You may have met somebody in the spring, last spring, or you could have went through a breakup last spring, over the summer. Moss Spirit, appreciate where you are on this journey instead of wishing it was easier or different. Clearly, some of you have had a very hard journey when it comes to love, but it's all about you and you being on your karmic path of learning. Beware of what you are weaving in your life create better experiences. There seems to be a tangled web between you and somebody else. Somebody could have weaved a web of lies or a web of something here, Scorpio. Make your mark, stick to a decision, and don't allow outside people to sway you here. You're being guided to make a decision in love. It's time to make a decision and not allow other people's opinions to affect you when it comes to your love life. An emotional connection, an unbreakable bond, falling in love. Some of you are falling in love. You've just met somebody new. You could be falling in love, starting to love yourself again. Some of you are just starting to love yourself again. You're starting to love life again. You're understanding why everything happened the way it did. You're understanding that you didn't waste 10 years. You didn't waste 15 years. That it was all for you and your growth. And that is so beautiful. If you're not quite there yet, Scorp, you will be. You will be there soon. Romantic, happy outcome here. Love this. Love is in the air. Wow. Sexy lover here. Some of you are feeling a lot of sexual chemistry towards somebody new. You're asking yourself, is the risk worth the reward here? There could be a tempting offer coming in for you, Scorpio. Somebody that you may not have ever seen yourself being involved with is what I'm hearing. There may be a new lover in the midst, somebody that, is from your friend group, or for some of you is friends with your ex-lover or something like this. There's something about it that is making you a little apprehensive, or maybe this is someone who's 20 years older than you, younger or something. There's somebody that you just never really seen yourself vibing with like this, but you're feeling sexual chemistry. It could be someone you work with. All of a sudden you're like feeling them in a different way. Whatever the case is, there's going to be a happy outcome. Love is in the air here. Unpredictable, abrupt changes. Hard to understand, an unstable situation. Plan B, delayed gratification. They know you're waiting, an unfinished business. On top of whatever's going on currently around you and your surroundings, you also have somebody who feels like you're waiting, or they are waiting to hear from you. You may be at a stalemate where nobody's reaching out because you said no and not reaching out to them. They're really toxic. They didn't respond back to me the last 6 times I've messaged them. I will not say another fucking word, is what I'm hearing. In the meantime, there's somebody new about to enter your life, or already has, depending on where you are on the timeline. So let's talk about this sexy lover. Some of you are having sexual hookups just because you are still in love with somebody else and you're trying not to jump into another commitment. Others here, there's someone in your surroundings that is feeling a lot of sexual chemistry for you. This could be someone who originally ran from you. There's angel numbers, there's symbols, there's positive movement forward, there's multiple messages, again, through different forms. Scorpio, you are receiving downloads, sweetheart. You are receiving messages from the divine. It's such a big message. This is the precipice of this whole reading, is you receiving messages and a lot of positive movement forward because you're being divinely guided. Completion or achievement, feeling happy and satisfied with one's life, going after what you want and getting more out of life. That is where you're headed, my friends. You've been dealing with somebody afraid of doing the work. They're selfish. There's fears. They have fear of the unknown, fear of intimacy. They don't feel worried. They don't feel like they're enough. They're worried that they're not enough. And they need constant validation from you and outside people. I don't know what you want from me. I love you, but I can't give you what you need. I don't have the time or the capacity to understand our connection. It's best to leave it alone. You're dealing with a runner. You're dealing with somebody who doesn't want to look at it, doesn't want to talk about it. They don't feel worthy, Scorpio. They may have felt a temptation. They asked themselves, was the risk worth the reward? And unfortunately, they felt like it was. And now your relationship is just not in a good place. Tell me, Spirit, what is this sexy lover? There's outside opinions. There's other people's opinions here that you seem to be worried about, or one of these lovers are worried about. Like I said, I feel like this is, for some of you, this is somebody in your friend group or that's friends with your ex who's running from you, and you're really worried about what others would say. Unreliable and unsympathetic advice, easily influenced by others and their viewpoints, unpleasant opinions, creating doubt and denial of the connection. You have been having to be strong here. Spirit's asking you to be courageous, willing to confront agony and pain and danger, strengthen and venture, persevere, and withstand danger, fear, or difficulty. You don't care what other people say, but this person does. You may have been dating somebody that was married, or there's some reason why this person cares about what other people think and you don't. It came out together for a reason. You are strong, and you have the willingness to confront these people or confront what others will say, but this person is afraid. They're afraid of what other people think about them, about what they would say if you all got together. Tell me about this new romantic happy outcome, please, with the new person. Soulmate energy, intuition. Once again, your intuition's telling you everything you need to know about this new person. You have a deep knowing and understanding, Scorpio. You have a very strong intuition. This new person is a soulmate. They're loving. I feel you're going to be deeply connected without codependency if you give this a chance. Now, tell me about this person that feels, Scorpio. I don't think we have ever used this deck without getting unfinished business, doggy bag. Tell me about that. Why? Why do they feel like Scorpio's waiting? Unawakened, fear of losing their old life, but they're surrendering here. There's telepathic communication between the two of you. Intense feelings here. Notice patterns, images, and numbers in your day-to-day life to remind you of this person. You all are telepathically communicating. This person is running and spirit is banging them with you. Your car, your smell, your name, whatever. This person cannot run. They're about to surrender and not resist, going with the flow. They've had fear of losing their old life. They're physically blocked, ignoring the connection. I'm fearful of letting go of what I have and what I know. What you're asking of me is impossible, and this makes me feel extremely uncomfortable. This person is very unawakened. They're so worried about what other people say, Scorpio. They're so worried about not having keeping options. They need to be constantly validated. They're afraid to be alone. This is someone who's bounced from person to person, to person for, I'm sure, their whole adult life. Very afraid. That's why they're running, and they're too worried about what others would say if you all got back together. But there's telepathic experiences going on. Tell me, what is this person planning to do, please? The Fool, the Ace of Wands, the Empress in reverse, the Six of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. If this person is dealing with somebody they have children with, or they have a very selfish mother, they seem to want to break away. If this person's mother does not approve of your connection, this person is starting to surrender. If there is a feminine third party in the picture that's very codependent on them, they're starting to break away. Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups. This person wants to come in and have some new beginning. They want to be generous with you. This could be an Aquarius, a water sign, a Taurus, a Libra. Tell me what they're surrendering. Tell me about surrendering, letting go of judgment. Spirit's being really clear here. We have other people's opinions here and surrendering, letting go. This person seems to be trying to work up the courage here. They could be a Leo, to come on in, Scorp. Their intuition's telling them that you have just met somebody else, or that you're about to meet somebody else, because there's a new soulmate coming in. Death, this person is Knight of Cups. Wow. And the Nine of Wands. They're coming into you very wounded. They are a wounded Knight of Cups. They are raggled and straggled, and they are coming in on their horse with ripped clothes, dirt on their face. They are beat up. Life has torn this person up. They seem to be going through some kind of transformation. The divine has banged on this person's ass. Karma has been very, very hard on them. They're just so wounded, but they have surrendered to the connection. They're coming back like a straggly, literal, like outside cat that has been on the streets for years. They could be another Scorpio. They want to come in here and they want to tell you something. Six of Cups, they want to come on back in. The Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Wow. There is a brand new beginning around the corner for most of you. Triple aces out here. Spirit's being clear. Focus on your money right now. Focus on listening to your intuition. When this person comes on back in, you don't have to take them back. You can move in a new direction because you have another soulmate coming in, Scorpio. You don't have to take this wounded warrior in. They made a lot of mistakes. There's been a lot of abrupt changes. It's been very unstable, up and down with them. And your intuition may be leading you in a whole new direction, honey. They, on the other hand, know that they allowed outside people, outside influences and opinions to get in the middle of your connection. Tell me about the new person. Tell me about those Scorpios who are meeting this new soulmate, please. Or just have. The Emperor, the Six of Swords, and the Two of Swords. It's going to require you to move away, but you're going to be confused. This person could be a father or a mother. They know what they want. They're grown. They're not a knight. They're an emperor. They take charge of their life. They give no fucks about what other people say. The emperor is a boss. He knows exactly what he wants, male or female, and has been through a lot. To embody an emperor energy, an empress energy, you have to go through a lot of life lessons, let me tell you. This new person could have salt and pepper hair. There's something about that. You're going to be a little confused. Eight of Wands, it could move very fast, Scorpio. The Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, it's going to have you in your mind because you may be getting intuitive hits that it's finally time to let this past person go. You may have been on this back and forth roller coaster with them for so long that you're petrified to move forward to this new person. But this is a tangible, real offer. If you have just started a new job, you manifested it, by the way. You may meet somebody new at your job, at your place of employment. Tell me about this person quickly. Union and in sync, working in perfect rhythm with each other, feeling seen, heard, valued, and respected, cherished, fully present with that person, mind, body, and soul. This person could be a Sagittarius. Some of you could meet them by the end of Sag season. They seem to be outspoken, optimistic. They're honest, but they can be a little boastful. They can have a temper, but this is someone who is going to be fully invested in you, cherish you, Scorpio, work in perfect harmony with you. Now, for some of you, maybe it's your past person, but for most of you, your past person is in the night energy. They don't know if they want to stay or go. They're in and out. They're just trying to get out of caring about what others think. And it may be time for you to move forward, Scorp. Tell me about the past person. Why are they so wounded? They're in regret. Wow, they have a lot of regret and they're in a victim mentality. They feel stuck in a negative attitude. They think life is against them. They believe that they have no control over things that they do. They blame everybody else here. They're afraid that they made the wrong choice. They see you happy while they're miserable and can't move on. Spirit's being clear, that's exactly what would happen. If you entered into a new connection, this person would just die. They would be miserable, but most likely unable to tell you that because they can't fucking fight through this big ass ego. I think I made a mistake. I should have never let you go. I should have stayed and fought for our connection, but I was weak and fearful. Now I am mourning over the loss of you, but I am a victim. I am always a fucking victim. It is never my fault. It is always somebody else's, including you, Scorpio. And so that's important to be mindful of, that until this person gets out of this victim-ass mindset, I don't know if they will ever be able to fully give to you, but there is someone new who will. This new person could be an Aries, a Sag, a fire sign in general, an Aquarius. I hope everybody has a beautiful and blessed Wednesday. Today is going to be the best Wednesday we've ever had. Today is the best Wednesday I have ever had. I hope you all have the best Wednesday you have ever had. Love and light.